I just want you to know that the game is rigged. Bars. And if I told you once, I ain't gonna tell you twice. Salute all my real ones. Yeah. Look, bro, 10 universe theories that'll keep you up at night. Let's find out what they are. I wonder what they could be. Like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I'm asking you, pretty please, if you just watching this, while you watching it, just literally click that like, click that subscribe, exterminate them, and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Watch the rest of the video. Press those. Let's go.
Space is extremely intriguing, and some theories of the things that happen there make us wonder more about it every day. Number 10. What was there before the Big Bang? We all know that things came to be after the Big Bang, but what was there before the Big Bang? It's believed that there was an initial singularity before anything else. This is a gravitational singularity predicted by general relativity to have existed before the Big Bang and thought to have contained all the energy and space-time of the universe. The initial singularity possessed seemingly infinite density, thought to have contained all of the mass and space-time of the universe before quantum fluctuations caused it to rapidly expand in the Big Bang and subsequent inflation, creating the present-day universe.
But then the question becomes, how did all of that infinite mass and all those particles wind up coming together into that one singularity? It's almost like a revolving door. Because you asked that question, how did those particles come to be? How did those particles come to be?
Number 9. What happens when you fall into a black hole?
My favorite theory about that one is that if you fall into a black hole, aside from the fact that Neil deGrasse Tyson said you'd be spaghettified or whatever, and in Interstellar, it was Tesseract created by humans or whatever. My favorite one is that if you fall into a black hole, you pop up in a new universe.
With black holes being one of the most intriguing astronomical objects in the universe, it's no surprise that some people have wondered countless times what would happen if you fell into one. To fully appreciate what's a black hole, we need to first understand the properties of one. A black hole is a place where gravity is so strong that nothing else can escape. Black holes are named as such because they can't reflect nor emit light, and they're only visible when they're feeding on other stars or gas clouds that come too close to their event horizons, their main boundary. Beyond the event horizon lies a truly minuscule point called a singularity, where gravity is so intense that it infinitely curves space-time itself. This is where the laws of physics as we know them break down, meaning all theories of what lies beyond are just speculation. If you were free-floating in space near a stellar mass black hole that wasn't feeding on anything, your only hint that it exists might be the gravitational magnification or lensing effect it would have on background stars. But as you flew closer to this strange spot, you'd be stretched in some directions and squished in others, a process that scientists call spaghettification. This is because the black hole's gravity compresses your body horizontally while pulling it like taffy in the vertical direction. If you jumped into the black hole feet first, the gravitational force on your toes would be much stronger than that pulling on your head. Meanwhile, if you were to plunge into a supermassive black hole, things would be considerably less scary. While it might still result in a horrible death, you might make it all the way through the event horizon and manage to start falling inside the singularity while you're still alive. You'll die either way, but at least things here will be a little less painful. Number 8. The Earth will become like Venus. Both Earth and Venus.
Yeah, I honestly feel the way we're going, that's exactly what it's gonna be like. The way that global warming is going, like either we gonna fix it and we gonna stop with the BS and do what we need to do in order to make sure that the planet's health continues to go in the right direction and we can survive. Or planet Earth is gonna be like, I'm tired of y'all. And Mother Nature's gonna come through and wash us off the face of its own planet. Or 3, global warming is gonna turn into a runaway greenhouse and we're going to turn into Venus.
Are very similar planets. They have very similar size, mass, and composition, though their main difference is that Earth sustains life, and Venus is essentially a galactic wasteland because it's mostly composed of carbon dioxide.
Nah, literally, it's a planetary hell, like.
However, climate change isn't the only thing that might affect Earth becoming like Venus. As the sun becomes 10% hotter around 1 billion years from now, the surface temperature of Earth will reach 47 degrees Celsius, prompting the temperature of Earth to increase rapidly and its oceans to boil away until it becomes a greenhouse planet.
1 billion or is it 4 billion? I don't think he has the timeline correct.
A greenhouse planet like Venus isn't exactly the nicest place to live in the universe. Venus's atmosphere is almost entirely carbon dioxide and chokingly thick, with an atmospheric pressure at the surface 90 times that of Earth. That's the equivalent pressure of a mile beneath our ocean waves. It's so thick that you almost have to swim through it just to move around. And on top of this are clouds that are literally made of sulfuric acid. Number 7. White holes. We all know about the existence of black holes, but did you know that they're distant cousins, the white hole?
I don't discriminate. Black, white, it don't matter to me.
Also exist? And if you think black holes are weird, white holes will literally blow you away. Instead of absorbing matter, white holes spew it out. To a spaceship crew watching from afar, a white hole looks exactly like a black hole. It has mass, it might spin. A ring of dust and gas could gather around the event horizon. But instead of absorbing things, they're belching matter out. Physicists describe a white hole as a black hole's time reversal. A video of a black hole played backwards, much as a bouncing ball is the time reversal of a falling ball. While a black hole's event horizon is a sphere of no return, a white hole's event horizon is a boundary of no admission, space-time's most exclusive club. Number 6. Big Rip. All good things must come to an end, and it seems like the universe is one of these. This is something established by the Big Rip, in which scientists have theorized that the universe could end up expanding so much that it will eventually rip itself to pieces. Solar systems, planets, asteroid belts, and even whole galaxies will be torn apart.
So, but my question is that if the universe can expand to the point where it rips itself, then a black hole theoretically might be able to rip the fabric of space and shoot matter into whatever that beyond may be, if y'all see what I'm saying.
Of course, that's something that will happen several million years from now, so it's not like we're going to be here when it does. But when it does, you can bet that things will not be pretty for humans. Number 5. The Drake equation. The Drake equation is a formula that's been used to estimate the number of active extraterrestrial civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy. How many alien societies exist and are detectable?
And are intelligent.
This famous formula gives us an idea. The Drake equation, which was the agenda for a meeting of experts held in West Virginia in 1961, estimates N, the number of transmitting societies in the Milky Way galaxy. The terms are defined as follows. N, the number of civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy whose electromagnetic emissions are detectable. R, the rate of formation of stars suitable for the development of intelligent life, number per year. F sub p, the fraction of those stars with planetary systems. N sub e, the number of planets per solar system with an environment suitable for life. F sub l, the fraction of suitable planets on which life actually appears. F sub I, the fraction of life-bearing planets on which intelligent life emerges. F sub c, the fraction of civilizations that develop a technology that produces detectable signs of their existence. And L, the average length of time such civilizations produce such signs in years. Number 4. Time is running out. Some scientists theorize that distant celestial bodies only seem the way they look because we're actually looking back in time to see them. That means that celestial bodies were moving faster in the past than they are now because time is slowing down. Even if we don't know how much it's slowing down, we know that it might slow down to a stop if things are left as they are. Number 3. Hitler's opening speech.
I already know where he's gonna go, like what he's about to say. Hitler's opening speech. If y'all ever saw the movie Contact with Jodie Foster, it was a movie where an alien civilization wound up sending signals. She used to work for SETI search for extraterrestrial intelligence, and basically she found the signal, figured it out, and they wound up building a machine that could take people to wherever the hell the aliens were at. But what they sent back to us was the first, the speech that Hitler made. And the reason that they sent that was because that was the first nationally televised event ever in human history, happens to be a Hitler speech. So if you think about it, if aliens ever existed and they ever found out who humans are, and they actually tapped into any of our broadcasts, the first one that they're likely to find actually comes from Hitler. Let's find out if this is what he's going to say.
Did you know that the first signal broadcast strong enough to pierce through Earth's atmosphere was Hitler's opening speech at the 1936...
And if y'all wondering, nope, I haven't watched these videos. This is like one of my favorite topics. And like I said, the movie Contact literally has that in the movie.
Olympics in Berlin. That means that should aliens find Earth, that's probably one of the first things they'll mention to us when we communicate with them. It's probably the first sound they heard from humans. Number 2. The Fermi Paradox. The Fermi Paradox, named after Enrico Fermi, establishes that there's a contradiction between the lack of evidence for extraterrestrial civilization and various high estimates for their probability, such as the Drake equation that we just saw. Alien life has to simply exist in one form or another, but if that's the case, then where are the aliens? The Fermi Paradox establishes that it's much harder for life to exist than we originally thought, or that more life has actually existed and been destroyed over time.
Or that for life to exist, it might not be difficult, but for intelligent life to exist is difficult. And it only gets harder. That's why, I'm not going to remember the scale, but they had a scale talking about level 1, level 0 civilization, level 1, level 2, level 3. And for what we're looking for, we're basically looking for level 1 civilizations and up. I think they said that on the scale, we're like a 0.5, like we're getting to level 1. But like level 1 is being able to like control your planet. Level 2 is control your solar system, then control the galaxy or whatever, like actually control the matter, like build Dyson sphere where you put spheres around the sun and harness 100% of the power. But I mentioned that in one of the other videos where you got to think about it, right? Think about all the different species that have existed on Earth. There's literally been billions, trillions of different species, from viruses and amoebas to mammals and reptiles. Only one that we know of, and that's us, has reached this level of intelligence. And they, on that scale thing that I was talking about, I gotta remember the name of it, but they talked about that as you try to progress from level 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, it only gets harder and harder for a civilization to last, right? Because if y'all think about it, y'all think about where we're at as a civilization right now, it's kind of rocky, right? You think about where the planet is as far as the health and the global warming and all that stuff, and you think about all the different conflicts there are between countries, and the fact that we haven't gotten on the planet. Think about asteroids, natural disaster, anything can happen that can wipe us off. Gamma ray bursts, travel at the speed of light. It would hit us, wipe us out, and we wouldn't even know. So you think about all those different factors of why it's so difficult for life to be able to reach the point where it can like move to different solar systems and stars. It's just not that easy.
And number 1, the universe is a computer simulation. If you've watched The Matrix, then put your tinfoil hats on, because the universe might just be like the movie depicts it. The simulation hypothesis, or simulation theory, is the proposal that all of reality, including the Earth and the rest of the universe, could in fact be an artificial simulation, such as a computer simulation. Moderator Neil deGrasse Tyson, director of the museum's Hayden Planetarium, put the odds at 50-50 that our entire existence is a program on someone else's hard drive. He noted the gap between human and chimpanzee intelligence, despite the fact that we share more than 98% of our DNA. Somewhere out there could be a being whose intelligence is that much greater than our own. The main argument for this theory is based on the universe's laws. As the more scientists learn about the universe, the more they realize that it's very similar to a computer simulation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.
I don't know what to say to that. Like, that whole simulation theory thing, like, miss me with it. I love The Matrix, one of my favorite movies. Miss me with it. I'm not with it. If you believe in simulation theory, make a compelling argument for me in the comment section. I'll reply with you. No problem. But as of right now, yeah. But yeah, man, we gonna leave it right there. My name is Rain. Catch you on the flip side. RC Pizza do. Wait for it. Dab on him.